True.
True with the V.
Yeah. Exactly.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Metal Remains Backstage. This is Manuel from Madrid. We have Carlos in New York, and joining us all the way from Sweden, we have Hellbutcher from Hellbutcher. Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you.
We're so happy to have you today here, Hellbutcher. And we would like to start this chat by asking you, what have you been listening to lately?
I have been listening to Friends of Hell. That's a band that I am the singer in that band as well. And we are going to do our first gig next week. So I'm trying to learn the lyrics. That's why I've been listening to that all over and over. They had one album out before I joined the band, and that's the songs that I actually try to, remember.
Okay, we're happy to hear that. Now, the debuted album for your new band, Hellbutcher, it's set for release on May 31st, 2024. What can you tell fans to expect from this first offering?
Well, they can expect metal, definitely. Fast metal with the fast guitar solos, and if you're into the proper black speed metal, you will hopefully like it.
Actually, we have been able to listen to it already, thanks to the promo that we received. And I will describe it like having a lot of spikes in your ear holes. That's like a short way to describe the experience on it. It was pretty exciting to listen to it.
Yeah, it's very energetic.
Cool. Yeah, energetic is probably a good word to describe it.
Yes, indeed. Your previous band, Niflheim, was active since the 90s and disbanded in 2022. Can you tell us what happened there?
Well, yeah, I don't know really what happened. It just fell apart, and it seemed like no one really enjoyed anything about that band anymore. It was just a mess all over, if you ask me. No one, were communicating in a normal way or whatever. So it just fell apart. I never wanted to, quit the band or anything like that. But it's just, as it is now, it's more or less impossible to get along. So we are not doing anything anymore.
All right. We can say the energy there just disappeared.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, I don't want to go into it too deep, really. Yeah, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's best to continue with what you want to do, actually, instead of forcing something that's not working the way you want. And I can tell you have put a lot of vision into this project because it's very authentic.
Yeah, I'm always trying to be authentic, or another word that you use in the metal scene, true.
Mm-hmm. True with the V.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, this is the kind of music I really enjoy doing, and I have done the same kind of music for many, many years. I've developed a sound that I think is original in some sense, so it would be stupid to just stop doing it, I think.
Yeah, that was actually my next question. After you been active in music for so many years, where did you take the energy? What keeps you motivated to continue?
Well, it just feels like I have not been I'm not finished yet, more or less. I have more to give of the same thing. More spikes, more metal. That's just me.
Right. We saw the video for the song The Sword of Wrath, which is very, very intense, and we love that video. And after watching the video, we saw the album cover, and it shows a character that looks just like yourself on that video. Is this Is this character in the cover like the identity for the band? Can we expect
Like a
to see this
mascot.
character like in
Yeah, well,
future artwork?
it wasn't intended like that first, because I started by I want when we were planning the first gig that we were doing, I wanted to have some new stage outfit, to not be exactly like Niflheim or something. So I decided I wanted to have like a executioner's mask, more or less like a Hellbutcher, in person. And I made that executioner's mask, or whatever it's called, and I put some like studs, like an inverted cross in the face, and it looked pretty cool in my opinion.
It does.
Yeah, and so I was looking at the pictures from the photos from the live gig, and I was thinking like, well, maybe I could use that kind of same thing on the cover. I just wanted to have a straight on cover that didn't have too much metaphors or whatever, like straight on metal only. And this album is self-titled. I wanted it to be something like a Hellbutcher on the cover, nothing more than that. Yeah. And I didn't know exactly what that would be looking like. So, but then I came up with the idea that I could use that kind of figure for the album cover as well. And then you have like a connection to the live concerts with the album art. And that's how I planned it, really.
Yeah, it works perfectly, in my opinion. Now, this is a controversial topic at the moment, and we would like to know what your position is about art generated by artificial intelligence.
Well, I have no real opinion about it, because, it's a very new thing. And I guess a lot of artists are totally scared that they're not going to have anything to do. But the AI is always doing something wrong anyway. So I have done some, like just playing around with the AI pictures, and you could like get inspiration from, because it just creates a new picture all the time. If you're like stuck with ideas, you can come up with some ideas from it. So it's maybe not necessarily not only bad. It could be used for something.
Yeah, that's a good way to use it, like to find additional inspiration for a project.
That's because it's like it paints a new painting every second, so you can just click until you find something that you like a bit, and then you can take bits and pieces from that or something like that.
Right. Can you elaborate on the themes that are expressed in the lyrics of the songs on your album, on your music?
Well, the lyrical theme, I'm a totally, die-hard fan of all the old black metal stuff. So to me, I wouldn't do any other kind of lyrics than, the pure, evil, satanic stuff. It kind of has to be there to express the music as well, in some sense, I would say.
All right, great. Yeah. Once the album is out, are there any plans to shows, tours in Europe, maybe, or Spain?
Well, yeah, we are all the time. We're working on getting new gigs and stuff, because we've just started up with the booking gigs. We haven't done that for more than a few weeks, so it's coming more and more all the time. I cannot tell you every gig that we have booked already, because they're not like announced yet. But there are coming more and more every day. So I'm pretty sure we will be playing around Europe pretty soon.
All right, great.
And we're looking forward to seeing.
Everybody stay tuned.
Yeah, we want to see Hellbutcher in every summer festival here in Europe. And I wanted to ask how would you describe the process of bringing up a new project to life in current days in the metal world? What are the main challenges you've detected?
When I started, I didn't think of any, obstacles or anything that could happen. I was just very focused on, I'm going to get a new band together. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And that's just how I work. So I didn't reflect on, any difficulties. if your mind is set to something, you can do it. I'm pretty sure about that.
Yeah, you can apply that to everything.
For example, us speaking with you over such great distances.
Right. Yeah, I'm very glad to be on the show as well.
Thanks.
Thank you. Hellbutcher, we would like to wrap up this chat by asking you to share one of your favorite backstage stories.
What could that be? I'm usually too drunk to remember.
That right there is just one.
We can get drunk now and maybe memories will start to come to your mind.
Yeah. My favorite backstage story would probably be when I have been backstage on some Iron Maiden concert and I met the guys of Maiden. That's, big thing for me. That's probably the biggest, but it's not in my own backstage.
Yeah, that's a great experience. No doubt about it.
Very cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looking forward to that, Carlos. Maybe we can also meet them one day and, of course, meet Hellbutcher, as I said before, in one big festival.
Yes. Yeah, I hope so. Absolutely. Yes. Maybe we can have some great backstage memories together.
We can have some cañas and tapas for you here in Spain.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, thank you very much for joining us for this chat. We're going to stay tuned for your album, which is coming up next week on May 31st. Buy and stream their album to double support the band. And, of course, watch them on the road whenever they come near your city. But until then, stay metal!
Stay metal!